Welcome back to Bromatures. We've got a special one today. It's Double Oaked Mastadon from Rhinegeist Brewing. Well, Mary, as I said in the intro, this is a special one I've been holding on to for a little bit. This is a Belgian-style dark ale, aged in bourbon and wine barrels. A looming leviathan of mammoth complexity, this malty megafauna bellows notes of white pepper, banana, peach, and apricot. Hibernating first in freshly used bourbon barrels and then red wine barrels, this beast of a Belgian-style dark ale gains an epoch's worth of tannic depth and oaky wisdom.
That was a lot of big words. I'm a math person, not an English person.
12.5% alcohol. Vintage 2021. So it's a year old. 12 months in bourbon barrels, 4 months in red wine barrels. So the bourbon's going to give it that familiar kick, maybe some of those toffee notes and oaky notes that you get from aging in a bourbon. But then the wine is hoping to add some of those fruits, maybe dark fruits or maybe some of the maybe a peach that they're saying here. This is going to be very interesting. But the red wine, I mean, you know what red wine tastes like. It's going to add a little sweetness, maybe a little tartness to it. Mm-hmm. This is a Belgian dark ale. And we just had Orval, which was a Belgian ale. Mm-hmm. So this is a little bit different style, but if you imagine Orval, but then you aged it in bourbon barrels and red wine barrels, maybe that'll be, you know, what we get here. I don't know how many dark ales I've had, let alone Belgian dark ales.
I don't even know what I'm drinking half the time.
It's a nice looking bottle. It looks fancy.
Yeah. I like this conehead skull over here.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, it's very classic looking. It's nice. It's clean. It's
looks like it belongs in a wine cellar.
Yeah, absolutely. If I didn't know any better, I mean, I know wine usually comes in 750, but I would think that maybe this would be like a special wine.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Mastodons, for those of you who don't know, were a type of megafauna, like a woolly mammoth. And megafauna are just referring to big animals that used to live during the Ice Age.
It's hard for me to say that I'm like so excited to drink this because with other beers it's like, oh, there's peach in here. Oh, there's...
I just don't know.
Yeah, you have no idea, but...
That's half the fun though too, is it's just going to be a surprise.
I am excited to drink it. It's just, I don't know what I'm expecting.
We could totally hate this or we could totally love it. Exactly. And I think that's what's always kind of exciting for me, especially something I've been holding on to for a bit. I do love like the tree ring look they've got in the front here because it's been aged and tree rings tell you how old trees are.
I love trees.
Yeah, me too.
I love birds.
It looks like their bourbon and red wine barrels came from New Riff Distilling. So shout out New Riff Distilling. Not a distillery that I'm familiar with, but we'll see the flavors they give it. Well, that's enough talking. Let's get to drinking. Well, this has got a little bit of an extra feature to it here. It's got a little pull tab.
Like that.
Yeah. I prefer actually just getting to my beer, but you know, they gotta add a little pageantry to the experience here. The worst thing, honestly, is wax for me. What was the point of that?
Well, now you can get this off better. Easier.
I guess so. It just won't tear it. And I always want to open it the other way, but here we go. All right.
Pretty easy.
Pretty easy. You were right.
I mean, this little thing has their little skull conehead guy on it, but I'm thinking...
What does the bottle cap have on it? It could be a plain bottle cap. A lot of companies do that to save a little bit of money.
They're so fancy. What is this color?
This reminds me...
soda.
This reminds me of strong ales that I've had, which is a different style of beer than a Belgian dark ale. It's got like a dark caramel color to it.
I don't know about this. I've never seen a beer look like this before.
Take it to the nose.
I don't know.
Take it to the nose.
Plastic.
What? This smells like a bourbon barrel aged stout. I'm getting the same toffee notes, dark fruit notes.
I can smell that. Maybe I'm just
a little less so.
so spoiled by the last beer that we just had. But
Yeah.
it does smell like a stout. But
this is a Belgian dark ale, so it's going to taste a little different. It has a different base, but it also has been aged in bourbon for 12 months.
I'm really, honestly, I'm getting like something plasticky, something... Okay, well,
No.
don't put your nose in my glass. You put my nose in your glass.
Okay, here you go. What's hers there? Oh, just a little booger fell in
What?
there. That's
It's
cool.
different.
It's not different. No.
I'm trying to get in
there. No, you got your nose.
I'm trying to get in there
Now
and
it's
see.
going to taste like boogers.
No, there's no boogers in my nose. I'm trying to get in there and see what you're smelling because I'm getting a lot of plastic. I'm getting a lot of plastic.
Is it from that thing you're holding?
No. Okay.
All right, let's see.
I really did get in there with my nose though.
Let's see if it tastes like plastic for you. It's really, really nice.
I like it.
Ooh.
You wet my nose.
I don't know what kind of nonsense they're talking with these tasting notes though, but this is even closer to some really, really good barrel-aged stouts I've had. I think the red wine has toned down the bourbon. Maybe it's the year of sitting around in my cellar, but like this tastes really, really nice. There's dark fruits, there's toffee, caramel notes. That's really, really good.
I don't think I've ever had a dark ale before, so I didn't know what I was expecting. I know I kept saying it smells like a stout. This stout is weird, but I was honestly expecting it to taste like a stout, and it doesn't. It doesn't taste like a stout at all.
Oh, now you mention it. The second sip, I'm getting a lot more sweetness at the end than that stout finish. I'm getting more of that. There's just a sweetness at the end. It's got to be that red wine barrel aging coming in.
I just don't know, like, because when we drink stouts or we drink sours or we drink IPAs, I can have something else to compare it to. I don't know if like this is a normal dark ale. Like, what do dark ales even taste like?
Dark.
I like it. I mean, it's tasty. I think that this is my first dark ale, so I think that it's not bad. I would drink it again.
Good. Yeah, and I think that barrel aging is helping. You've had a lot of other barrel aged sours and stouts, so to me it's very similar to a barrel aged stout. It's a little smoother, in my opinion. It's a lot sweeter.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I mean, maybe I am the perfect person to review this with because I have no idea what I should be expecting. So
Right.
I like it. Let me tell you. Let me chew it. Yeah, I think when you chew things that are barrel aged, you get more of
What they were barrel aged
Yeah.
in?
I was getting a lot more of a liquor, not a lot of wine. But yeah, it's sweet. It's not heavy like a stout.
No, it is smoother. It is a lot lighter, and I don't mind it.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty, actually.
Yeah, I'm really liking this.
Yeah. Okay.
12.5%. To me, it barely tastes like 12.5%. Sipping on this, I think we both really, really enjoy this. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 5.
What?
Oh yeah, this is good. This is really, really, really good. I would have this again and again. Don't remember what I paid for it, but it was worth it. This is one of the reasons I love this channel and I love drinking these beers and getting to share them, is that you come across these gems like this where this could be the only time we ever have this in our lives. And it's just really good. It's got the deep notes of the dark fruits and the toffees and the caramels that I keep mentioning, and the sweetness of the red wine really helps offset the bourbon bite you can get in a beer like this. just really, really enjoyable for me.
You know what? I agree with 100% everything that you just said, but I'm so surprised that you're 5 because you are such a stickler for a brewery promising something and then not delivering. Because I'm looking at the label right now, white pepper, banana, peach, apricot. Where are any of those things?
Now, here's the thing. Those are tasting notes that someone else got from this when it was fresh. This is a year old now, and they didn't add white pepper, banana, peach, and apricot.
Oh, so you're saying when they make it with those things,
Correct.
You want to taste it, but if it's
Yes.
just notes, okay.
Tasting notes can change from person to person, and they can change over time, especially with a beer like this.
Gotcha.
So I'm not going to hold that against them.
Obviously, you give it a 5.
Oh yeah, this is an amazing beer.
I mean, I really like it too. I like it a lot. Like I said, like I've been saying, I'm not so knowledgeable about ales, dark ales, anything like that. But for me, it's really tasty. It doesn't hit me in the face with the bourbon or the red wine. I can taste the bourbon, but it's not too much. I think I would give it a 4.5. I would drink this again. I would definitely drink this again. I would definitely spend money on this again. So
yeah, I think we're both at that point where it's definitely worth a go-to. If you get a chance to get your hands on this beer, I would go for it. Mm-hmm. I know that they have some other versions of this beer. I'd be interested to try them in the future. I'll have to keep my eye open for that. Well, that does it for today's beer review. I hope you enjoyed it. We certainly did. Like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe, click the bell icon if you want to be notified when we upload new videos. And until next time, we're the Brewmasters, trying every beer from around the world. One sip at a time.